So to be culturally responsive means to be aware of what culture you're working with, right? Especially if it's different than your own. But even if it's your own culture, understanding whoever you're interacting with, how do they define certain things? How do they experience certain things? And responding as sensitively as possible to those things. A huge part of our recruitment strategy is knowing that we have to meet folks where they are, literally and figuratively. So we want families to know we're part of the community. And again, our early learning specialists typically can live down the street from a family. So that is really important. And also the fact that we bring everything to a family. Huge. It takes away so many barriers, takes away transportation, takes away, scheduling issues and whatnot, especially with us doing things virtually. We have so much more flexibility. But if a family scheduled for a visit, they can't make it, we just reschedule. So that's a big part of the way we build that relationship. We are going to work with you wherever you are, and however is going to make sense, for this relationship to build. So Philadelphia has a huge immigrant population. I believe the school district of Philadelphia has like 80 different languages, right? So that whatever is in place would be available in whatever language that parent speaks and that family speaks. And also along with language, there is the understanding and the encouragement that being bilingual is like a really wonderful strength, and that we shouldn't be pushing families, oh, your child has to know English, your child has to know English. Like research shows that children who master their home language, they will learn English so much more easier, right? So having that be a known fact, right, and incorporated in different spaces. I think also just like in terms of like food that's offered to families, making sure if you have, children from one ethnicity, to make sure that the food that's being served there, is in line with what's being served at home. And also, like when you think about religion, if you have Muslim families, Philadelphia has a huge Muslim population, making sure you're respecting Ramadan and different things like that. But just like being aware and not a cookie cutter approach, but just making sure as much as possible that everybody's needs are met and people feel comfortable, expressing their culture in whatever way they would like to. But I think the fact that our home visitors come from the community that they live in, that's an inherent trust. And again, that language, knowing you're from my same culture, there's some things that just become unspoken. So we don't just give up, whatever the barrier is. We've had our site coordinators go to court with families because they didn't have somebody at that office to translate properly. So it's all about, building that relationship and whatever that means, because it can take time, but not giving up and staying consistent.